Hey guys, and welcome back to Franchise Nation. I am your host, Moonlight Swami. Today I'm bringing you guys something a little bit different. It's a shout out to my main man, Sneaky P. Gave me permission to do this type of series. Go check him out. He is awesome. Link in the description below. But this is going to be a news episode about the San Francisco 49ers franchise. This will go in depth and take a look at other teams throughout the league, and I think I'm going to do this after each game. So that means that instead of replacing a video and putting this standalone on a given day, after every single 49ers game, the next day I'll put this up paired with whatever video is supposed to go up that day. So you'll get more videos, and you get to stay immersed with what's going on around the league and all of that jazz. So before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know, if you are on the Xbox One, I uploaded my playbook, my custom playbook for offense and defense. They're both custom Ravens. The Ravens defense one I also included 4-3, 4-4 personnel, a few others, and things like that. And the Ravens offense, I incorporated a lot of the Browns playbook because of my angle of John DeFilippo being the offensive coordinator, along with a few Steeler formations because they look really cool. So basically, I uploaded both of those. If you go under Dr. Dre HD, using that hashtag, or that gamer tag on the download file area, you will find both playbooks. So, just as a heads up. Alright, so the 49ers sit at 6-3, right? So, now that I've got that covered, let's get into the league overview. So we sit at 6-3 and we're taking on the 3-6 Redskins on Saturday. Currently, this is what the team looks like. As you guys know, I'm not going to show you guys the ratings too much. I don't like looking at ratings, so I'm not going to do that. We'll go to injury report. We'll go throughout the league. We'll start off with us. Dre Kirkpatrick, Lauderdale are both out. McNeal and Carey out for a while as well. So we lost two rookies. Lauderdale, so we have three guys who are 22 years old on the injury report, and then we have Dre Kirkpatrick at 27. Looking around the league, Allen Robinson, going to be out for a while. Paul Posluszny. Leonard Williams with a quad tear, broken femur for Giovanni Bernard, and groin tear for Case Keenum. Both of those suck. Blake Harper out with a broken thumb. Jonathan Stewart out for a little while. Jeremy Miles out for 13 weeks. He's on the IR. Sam Bradford tore his Achilles, which means Blaine Gabbert is their starter. We'll get him in a minute. Gerard Mayo, another injury. It's too bad. By the way, shout out to Gerard Mayo, one of my favorite players from the Patriots for the past 7 or 8 years. He was kind of a bridge for this team from the group, that elite defense of the early 2000s, 2007 or so. He was the guy who they drafted in the first round of 2008. He immediately became a captain. He helped mentor Jamie Collins and Dante Hightower into the guys they are today. And if he had stayed healthy, I'm sure that he would still be a vital part of the team. But he's ended the past 3 seasons on the IR, and it's just too much. So kudos to him on an absolutely great career with the Patriots. Really something special. I really enjoyed having him as part of the team, and good luck to him in the future. So that being said, he also helped guide a team that was not very good defensively and helped bridge that rebuild period. So I mean, that's really impressive. The way that he held that together, that they made the Super Bowl with that defense, is quite impressive as well. So enough rambling on about him. I love him to death, but we have to get back into business as we're almost circled around in terms of that. Carlos Hyde out with a dislocated hip. DeMarco Murray, dislocated ankle, and the Falcons, him. So basically, that's the injury report as of right now. We'll go through the standings, and then we'll look at the league schedule. And then we'll go through some stats. We'll make this kind of quick. I don't want to make it too long. As you can see, Packers, Chargers, Cowboys, the best 3 teams in the league right now. We'll start with the AFC North. Steelers looking good. Ravens, terrible. Jaguars and Colts both at 6-3. Bad, not a great point differential for the Colts. Great point differential for the Jaguars. They've been dominant. This is a good division. It's kind of grown into a good one. Patriots at 4-5, but with Blaine Gabbert. Bills leading the way. AFC West. Chargers doing well. Broncos doing pretty well. Raiders and Chiefs bringing up the rear. NFC North, obviously the Packers and the Bears and the Lions at the top. Vikings not too far back, and the Bears bottom feeders. NFC South, not a very good division, but what's new? Cowboys doing well. Rest of the division, not so much. And then the NFC West, Seahawks and 49ers leading the way, and Cardinals and Rams both pretty terrible. So that's the way the standings look. Let's take a look at the schedule from this past week, because I'm not going to show you every team schedule, but I'll show you this past week's week 10. By the way, if you ever see that this column times played is more than 1 for me, it's because of multiple reasons. Either I got busy, the gameplay wasn't realistic, like there was a big glitch or bug that affected the game negatively that happened in like the first quarter that I quit out from, either for myself or against me. And something that I couldn't really show, you know, something like that. Or the custom playbooks didn't load up properly, which sometimes happens. Okay, so Jaguars beat the Steelers, Chiefs beat the Giants, Titans destroyed the Colts, Texans 51-26 over the Rams. That's quite impressive. Any other jaw-dropping? Seahawks beat the Saints, Carolina beat the Bucs, Miami beat the Patriots, 52-49, Packers at Lions. That's a game we need to see what the hell happened. 29-point fourth quarter for the Packers. That's crazy. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Mallett and Stafford combined for 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and they lost. Who got the touchdowns? 2 for Lacey, 2 for Jared Hayne. Okay, so they had 6 touchdowns as well. 439 yards for Rodgers. Receiving, Golden Tate, Cobb, Jordy. Wow, a lot of guys getting up there in receptions and yards. That's absolutely crazy. Defensively, who did the most damage? Someone with 2.5 sacks? Martin Roberts, rookie out of Wisconsin. Hey, local boy. And interceptions, 2 for Casey Hayward, 1 for Darius Slay. Any missed field goals? Make it interesting? No. Okay, so that was just kind of pretty straightforward. No kick return, no punt return. All right. So that was that game. And now we'll take a look at the transaction report, then we'll look at stats, and then we'll get on out of here. But I think this is a cool way for me to kind of give you a little bit extra video of me talking, going over the league. That way you guys can kind of enjoy how everything is going. We'll take a look a little bit farther back. TJ Ward got traded to the Broncos, or to the Bears rather, for a 3rd round pick. Okay. Cowboys re-signed DeMarcus Lawrence to a long-term deal. Watkins, 6 years, $41 million. Nice. I told you about that Teddy Bridgewater contract. Jared Cook, 6 years, $34 million. That's pretty impressive. That's a good size contract for him. And now we'll take a look at the stats around the league. Let's see. We'll start off with the player stats and see. So Foles and Petty. Petty's been good. Nick Foles was really a product of short passes and kind of working from there. Obviously, you can tell that he hasn't been spectacular. Petty's played 1 more snap than he has, and he has 238 more yards. So Petty's been a lot more stretching the field. Nick Foles a lot of chipping away. Not bad quarterback, but, you know, suitable backup. Elgin Armstead, 6 touchdowns, 873 yards through 9 games. Petty has yet to get a touchdown rushing, and Duke Johnson's been pretty good. Nick Foles got some good runs, but you know how that goes. Nate Hill, almost 700 yards. I think the team looks pretty good. I think I'm going to kind of fast forward through that a little bit. Malcolm Jenkins, Jamal McNeal, who's going to be falling behind in that number quite a bit. Eric Reed, 14 tackles for a loss. Lynch with 10 sacks on the season. I mean, the team's looking pretty good. Daniels, 8. Interceptions, 3, 2. You know how that goes. Le'Veon Duncan, if you remind me, you know, I'll do that right now before I get too lost in translation. Let's go to the career stats, and we'll show Le'Veon Duncan. So he has 1 punt return, and what is it, 4 now? Yep, 4 kick return touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. So 5 return touchdowns already for Le'Veon Duncan. Now that I showed that, we'll go back to the stats around the league, and I don't need to show you the team stats. If you want to see it, let me know. If you want to see team stats every week, I don't think it's particularly necessary, but you know how it goes. So, Blake Bortles leading the way, 25 touchdowns, 4 picks. Rivers doing great. Blaine Gabbert, 17 and 15. Never mind, he was leading the way for a while. Anybody else worth mentioning? Matthew Stafford, Eli, Flacco, Nassib. No, not particularly. Not a ton of great performances from guys. Derek Scott's been all right. Leading the way in interceptions, obviously, is Gabbert, then Tannehill and Andrew Clark. Rushing, Joseph Randle, 1 yard shy of 1,000 on the season. Matt Forte at 900. Elgin Armstead, 3rd in rushing. Pretty impressive and much better yards per carry than anybody else. Matt Forte has 11 touchdowns, should be leading the league. It is Lacey right behind him at 9. Lorenzo Talafiero at 8. Michael Huerta at 8. McKinnon, Quentin Jackson, etc. So that's not bad. Who's leading the way in fumbles? I believe it's Melvin Gordon usually. It is Melvin Gordon, Bishop Sankey, etc. Look at wide receivers. So, a few guys over 60 receptions already, 2 over 1,000 yards, and Randall Cobb and Keenan Allen. Jarrett Boykin, only 1 touchdown. Jordy, AJ Green, Terrence Williams. So there are a lot of guys in this bridge area. There's Nate Hill, Justin Blackmon on the Patriots, Kevin White's been good, Odell Beckham, Hakeem Nicks, Reuben Randall. In terms of touchdowns, goes to Keenan Allen, then Calvin, Percy Harvin, Sammy, Moncrief. You know, you don't want to force passes to anybody too much, but Nate Hill looks like he'll be getting some good targets in. Taking a look at the sacks allowed, Donald Stevenson allowed 29 so far, Greg Robinson 19, Flowers 14, Stingley 14. On defense, Laurinaitis leads the way in tackles. I think that's pretty good. Tackles for a loss, Von Miller, 1 behind, of course, Eric Reed. I don't know why they don't show some of these on here. In terms of sacks, Aaron Lynch leads the way with 10. Mike Daniels among the group at 8. Aaron Donald and Jamie Collins at 8.5 each. Interceptions, Chris Harris Jr. and Casey Hayward tied for 6. Banks and Powers at 5. Bunch of guys at 4, and so on, which is pretty impressive as well. Chris Harris Jr., probably the best corner in the league right now. Deflections, Casey Hayward has a lot of them, so they're testing him a lot, as does Powers. Forced fumbles, 3 for Arakpo. Then it gets down to 2, and there's a ton of guys at 2. Fumble recoveries, 3 for Janoris Jenkins, and 3 forced fumbles. That's pretty impressive. Blocks, anyone have a block kick? Yep, Martin Roberts. Wow, he's having a really good year. Sean Lee. Let me see what Martin Roberts' stats are. He seems pretty legit. 5 sacks, 31 tackles. Okay, he seems pretty good. And then safeties, you have Houston and Kruger, Upshaw, Dallas Austin, Eric Reed, Aaron Lynch have those. And touchdowns on defense, a bunch of guys with 1. Then we'll take a look at the kick return, punt return. Deshaun Jackson has 2, Griffin Walls 1, Barksdale 1. Yeah, so Deshaun, the only one with 2. And then on punt returns, Cordarrelle Patterson has 1. And we'll have to deal with him. Didn't Cordarrelle have 1? I thought he did. Or Cordarrelle has a kick return. That might be it. Yeah, Cordarrelle has a kick return. So, you know, we're facing some pretty fast and furious competition in terms of who we're going to be facing off against the Redskins. They have a lot of talent on that team. So, with that being said, I think I showed pretty much everything. I'll show you the awards, the weekly awards. Yearly awards I'm not going to show because that's not too important. Rodgers and Roberts are the 2 to lead the way. And then Burfict and Manziel, 5 touchdowns for Johnny Manziel. Good to see him thriving somewhere. Probably has his life back on track. Sean Renfree getting AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. That's crazy. So, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick look around the league. I'll show you the records because I think Adrian Peterson broke the career rushing yard record of Eric Dickerson. No, he's just behind him, 145 behind him. Rushing touchdowns, he is still 2 behind Walter Payton. So, oh yeah, they had a bye week. What am I saying? So, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Those are some records that are in a little bit of jeopardy, which is kind of cool. No one else is really in a fog or in a place to get past anybody. Passing touchdowns. Breeze could pass Brady. I don't think Breeze retired yet. So, Romo's getting up there. Wow, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to break every record. I think that's pretty clear. Unless Bryce Petty comes back and, you know, secures all of them. So, we'll see. But, Blake Bortles, yep, almost got there. Any others? 2016, Phillip Rivers had 7 touchdowns. This is 2017, though. Nothing I see so far. No records being set and unbroken. Not even on a list at the moment, which is kind of sad. You know, I'd like to see some names. But, you know, you live and you learn, and there's still half a season left. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my little ramblings. This was going over the news going on around the league. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Moonlight Swami. This was a lot of fun, and I'll do more of these after every episode, like I said. So they'll come, if I'm uploading this franchise Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, then you'll see these videos Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Pretty cool, right? Only day that you don't have a 49ers video is on a Friday. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Moonlight Swami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.